Hey, sports porchers! It's your hockey Jesus, and I'm back with Game 35. Pittsburgh Penguins at the New Jersey Devils. Well, last night the Pittsburgh Penguins go back to their losing ways. They lost again to a Metro opponent. This happens to be the king of the Metro division in the New Jersey Devils. Let's just kind of go over this period by period. They lost 3-0, their third shutout of the season, while the Pittsburgh Penguins have 0 shutouts on the season. Third time they've been shut out. First time was game 1, which yours truly happened to be at. Then game 9 at Edmonton, which was an absolute debacle. And last night, I wouldn't say it was a debacle because the Pittsburgh Penguins actually played with the New Jersey Devils for the first half of the game. In fact, there was no score 0-0 for the first time ever in a Pittsburgh Penguins game this year, 0-0 midway through the game. And the Pittsburgh Penguins only had 7 shots, but the Devils only had 10 shots too. Kind of reminded me of those olden days where Jersey loved to play the trap, and actually we're deploying that against us, and we were the fast team back in the day with Mario and the boys. But this was kind of reverse roles in the sense that Pittsburgh's the aging team now, and they're not really playing a trap. I thought the game was actually pretty fast paced. It's just that both teams were doing a good job of keeping the play on the boards up and down. There wasn't a lot of 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s, those sorts of things. So it didn't really lend itself to a lot of scoring opportunities. And there were only I believe there were only 2 power plays, both by New Jersey. No, actually, Pittsburgh had 2 power plays, and New Jersey had 1. I don't even remember our power plays. That's how insignificant they were. But yeah, so going into the end of the second, Stefan Nason got a goal. Honestly, Shea's got to do a better job between him and Raquel. He's got to know he's got to go get that other guy. Pickering was playing with Shea a little bit. He was playing with everybody. And it was really kind of, they just can't get their defensive pairs together. They make one mistake and it gets into the back of the net. And that's what happened there. Nascent, it just kind of went off Nascent and into the net. What are you going to do? He kind of shielded Jarry. Jarry actually had a pretty good game. He had a 926 save percentage for the game. So Jarry definitely wasn't the problem. And even though it was 3-0, that third goal was an empty netter. So he really only gave up 2. And honestly, that second goal where it went up 2-0, that was the one. That was the backbreaker. That was the dumbest goal I think I've ever seen. I mean, Bunning's in front, battling with the guy. And they're literally punching each other right in front of the net. Guy grabs the puck and everybody's paying attention to them, shoots it. It ends up in the feet of these guys who are boxing each other, and somebody grabs the puck and puts it in the back of the net. That was Hischier, Nico. And, he's a goal scorer, so he's going to get there. He's got 17 on the year. And that's really all the New Jersey Devils really needed. The Penguins really can't win in New Jersey. They haven't won there in a while. But as you can see by the sign behind me, they're 1-7 versus the Metro. I know they have 3 points, but we're calling that loser point a loss because it's a loser. So they're 1-7 against the Metro, and they really need to start picking it up. The Pittsburgh Penguins went from terrible to okay. Now they're in a spot where they're trending towards 80 points in the year, and that won't get them into the playoffs. They got to trend into the 90s if they want to be guaranteed a spot. Don't let those statistics fool you. When they show the Pittsburgh Penguins 1 point behind in a playoff race, that's not what you want to look at. I'm just being honest with you because I'm the hockey Jesus. I have to give it to you as it is. 82 points will not get you a playoff spot. I guarantee it. So that's really what you want to be looking at. Where are they trending with points for the year? Once again, don't look at records, 15, 15, and 5. No, they're 15 and 20 on the year. They have 35 points. They're trending to 82 right now. That's not good enough for a playoff spot. I don't care about everything else is just noise when it comes to the standings. So that's where the Pittsburgh Penguins are. I think, honestly, they're at an inflection point right now. They've got an opportunity in the next 4 games, really the next 6 games, but I just want to concentrate on the next 4 games where the Pittsburgh Penguins have a chance to really prove that they can get to the 90s. And all they have to do is get points against the Philadelphia Flyers, twice against the Islanders, and once against Detroit. If they can get all 8 points, they're definitely going to be in the trending towards the 90s. If they can get 6 out of 8, they'll be in the upper 80s, and to me, that's close enough where they'll be at the beginning of January to say, okay, we're in this. We've got a chance at doing it. But here's the rub, and this is the biggest rub I think the Pittsburgh Penguins are not addressing. So I'll address it here for you because I'm the hockey Jesus, and I tell the truth. Why? Why trend the 90 points when you can't even compete with some of these playoff teams? I mean, yeah, they were in the game versus New Jersey, but it just felt like New Jersey was toying with them. We've seen it before, even with the Senators. They can play with the Senators. The Senators are a bubble team also, a team that Pittsburgh has to beat. But if they're going to play against Carolina, I know they beat Florida, so maybe they got a chance against some of the teams in the Atlantic, but I don't even know where the Rangers are going to end up. That team's in free fall now. They just traded Capo Kapanen, but they're going to make a big move here. They've got a lot of salary freed up. They're going to go out and get somebody big. I feel it coming, and I think that's going to propel the Rangers once again above the Pittsburgh Penguins. So what's the point in doing all this if you know you can't beat somebody in the playoffs? So Pittsburgh's got to make a move. They've either got to get better goaltending, and even with better goaltending with Jarry, at 926, save percentage, they still weren't able to score a goal. And let's face it, Sidney Crosby's still doing great. He's got 35 points on a year. He's still a point per game player. That's a good guy. And the first line's been great with Raquel and Rust. As long as that line can stay healthy, I think they've always got that line to put out there. But Geno Machino, 27 points. That's not bad. I'll take it. But he's a minus 16 on the year. He's a diabetic in his own end again. And I'm pretty sure he had the penalty last night against the Devils. You get that bad Geno where it's no scoring and it's a minus game. That's a problem. Letang's got to pick up his defensive prowess. He's a minus 14 on the year. And, Sid and Karls are at minus 6. That's not so bad. Whenever you play as much offense as those guys play, and you're minus 6, yeah, I'd like to see him at a plus or an even somewhere around there. Plus 5 would be incredible for them. So I think all the big guys can step up their games. And I think Drew O'Connor is a big problem for the Pittsburgh Penguins. What are they going to do with him? Lazat's been fantastic. He's one of our best plus players, as well as, shows a lot of energy. I think he's a plus 6 on the year. He's a great player. They got to play him more. They got to get rid of Achari. He's a negative 11, I believe, on the year. He's got to go. But the problem is Sully loves to play these guys. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm just telling you that these next games against the Flyers, twice against the Islanders, and once against Detroit, these are the most important games of the season. 50-50 here won't cut it, boys. You got to get it going. You got to somehow find a way to get 6, 7, or 8 points in these next 4 games. It's a tall task because they've come up a lot from where they were, trending in the mid 60s. That's not ever going to get you anywhere but a lottery pick. But if this could be an inflection point for them. If they start going up after this, I'm all in. If they stay even, you know who they are. They're just an team. If they go down, which I don't believe they'll go down, but if they go down, I think it's time to start selling off. So last night, the Pittsburgh Penguins lost 3-0 to the New Jersey Devils. Same old story where the Penguins just can't seem to beat the good teams. But they got a real chance here Monday night. I hope you're taking some time off over the holidays. I know I am, but I won't be taking time off from this because I love hockey. I hope you love hockey. Pittsburgh Penguins fans, say it loud and say it proud. Let's go, Pens. And hockey fans across the world, come back for more Hockey Jesus analysis. I'll be on the porch with my boys watching some of the game Monday night, and I'll have a report for you. Maybe Monday night, maybe Tuesday morning. We'll see. I'm off, so I got time to kill. Until then, hockey fans, see you in the next one.